Hey guys, Camper15, jumping my co-host Red Wolf, back at it with another video for you guys, back with another My Hero Academia Vigilantes episode review for you. Yes, after our late episode 3, or 4 review, we're here with episode 5. And it was another solid episode. We're still waiting for the story to get out of the mind crazy, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Single step of the day. Single Monday of the day. But this episode progressed further. I guess Koichi got some nice training from Iida's brother.
Yes, but of course it starts out with him training with a knuckle duster a bit. Yeah, he's knuckle duster is training him to to better defend himself at least. And this is where Koichi is going like, is there any real reason for me to be boxing? And he even noticed how Knuckle Duster has been, quiet ever since he mentioned like the bee quirk, and he didn't say much. Cameron, wake up!
Oh, that's you're
Sheesh.
still talking.
No, you clearly don't know because you. Sheesh, we're doing a review, man. Wake up.
Oh, listen. Anyways, you just have that whole instance where he's training and obviously Pasta's like, come on, don't take it out on him, because eventually they switch roles and Knuckle Duster is the one giving the punches, but they stop for a bit. Now, we do cut over to our beekeeper girl. And let's just say she's on this phone talking to an individual that I could not believe she was talking to. We find out that she was actually talking with All For One. And it's kind of All For One showing her the ropes and how to do things and how to go after and attack people, and obviously doing the All For One things and everything. Now, how she came across All For One, I don't know, but we already know All For One is that conniving, sniveling villain that finds his way to do things. Now remember, this is still back in his heyday, guys. Back in his heyday. So, I don't think we're going to see All For One in this show unless they surprisingly show us the All For One All Might fight that took place where All Might suffered his bad injuries. We'll see. But I was actually like, how the fuck did she know? How did she get in contact with him? And you just have this one instant where, she's doing these things and he's kind of just like being a mentor. I feel like this was the part in the phase where he was trying to find, obviously, his successor. So I'm guessing at this point he didn't come across Shigaraki. But more than likely, he was thinking, obviously, our beekeeper girl might be a successor, but clearly, I'm gonna guess she dies because we don't see her at all in the main series.
I have a funny feeling that if that later on she'll either fail on her mission, or she betrays All For One in the end, and then that's gonna come back to bite her, which obviously that'll kill her off, because you know how All For One offers quirks, and there's always those side effects, like if there's some kind of betrayal or something, or if they fail to do something, they'll they'll blow up, like what happened with what's her face?
I can't believe you forgot my wife, Lady
Uh,
Nagant.
yeah, Lady in the Ground. My bad.
How do you
Yeah.
forget my
And,
wife?
anyways, you get what I mean.
Yes, as he is trying to neglect the fact that he forgot about my wife.
And here he goes. He doesn't continue with the review. He just continues to rant.
And simp. Because Lady Nagant is my wife. Anyways. You have that interesting thing, and you have it at one point. She uses her bees to to inject this one random dude off the street into this gigantic hulking monster. And this leads to the first interaction, or the first fight of the episode, where it's basically they're going up against like this crazy berserk dude, and he's creating mass havoc and damage. Now, you know, you have it in an instant where Koichi's saving people and everything, but he gets to the point where he almost dang near gets caught where he's about to get really badly hurt, but the Knuckle Duster comes in for the save, and he actually has a pretty like difficult fight with this guy, to the point like he's like, this guy's actually pretty strong, but this is only gonna make me stronger, and he beats this guy and knocks him out.
Yeah.
And shockingly, at first I was like, oh, Knuckle Duster, you kind of roughed up there, are you? And it's played that role where he's like, these guys are getting stronger as I continue to fight. If that means, you know, they're getting stronger then. And I'm thinking like, is he gonna say the typical trope's like, I might not stand a chance against these dudes going forward? Because technically, let's be honest, in the grand scheme of things, especially what we see in the future, Knuckle Duster can't handle no fucking no moves or anything else, right?
No, that's out of the question.
But he's like, but it's only gonna make me want to train to get stronger. And I'm like, this guy's fucking crazy. And he immediately goes back to the train on the roof where he's punching them with Koichi with the mitts and everything.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you'd be able to take on a pro hero. Well, aside from Eraserhead, because I mean, let's face it, Eraserhead isn't like the close combat type, so. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I mean, I wouldn't say he would be able to take on a Nomu, obviously, like you said, but I'm pretty sure he'll still be a menace.
Yeah. Anyways, we do come back to Beekeeper Girl, and they do kind of talk about the instance about the failure, right? And All for One's like, it's okay. Listen, that's only just step one. You got to keep a level head if you want your mission and your objectives to go right way. And she's like, okay. And in the meantime, this dude's talking to her. She's doing her high school girl things, like taking selfies and everything. And I'm like, okay. And then she gets to this one restaurant, right? And after All for One's done talking to her, she has this interaction with this one guy, right? And he's like, hey, honey, you know, what's up? And she's like, oh, how you doing and everything. And he's like, you know, you're just so cute and everything. That's why I just had to come see you. And I'm just like, what? And she's holding hands and they're walking somewhere. I don't know if she's gonna like use Trigger on him as like a trap or something like that. Or this guy's an actual like pedo and he's targeting high school girl. I don't know. Maybe they have an actual relationship. I don't know. I was like kind of grossed out here.
Yeah, I feel weird also.
Because I was straight up a grown ass man in a suit and tie going to work, holding hands with a high school girl like they a couple. And the funny part, they're walking out in the public. Nobody else is like, hey, what the hell's going on there? They even passed by two other high school girls, and they're like, what the? We don't get any other compliment. I'm like, stranger danger? But maybe dude thinks he's gonna get himself some puh, but she's gonna use the bees and inject him with Trigger. That's gonna be my number one case. She maybe lures these guys into self-thinking because she's a high school girl, thinking that she's probably gonna sleep, thinking these high school dudes or these adult men are thinking, oh, you know what? I'm a little bit of a a-hole and a little bit of a dirty freak. I'll sleep with this cute girl. But that's probably when she's gonna inject them with the Trigger. So maybe this is something to go on into next week. I don't know. We'll see. Now, the actual most interesting part is we have this like interesting thing, or I guess you could say somewhat like, I guess, a callback to Captain America Winter Soldier, because if you remember that movie, it starts off with future Captain America Sam Wilson running around the Washington Monument area, but then you have Steve Rogers running and everything. And you kind of get like a replay of that, but you have it where Koichi's sliding, and you see actually Iida's brother running, right? and Iida's brother's just running. Eventually, Koichi slides past him, and Iida's brother's like, "Oh," and he starts speeding up, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, what the hell are you?" And basically, like, "Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry." And basically, Iida's brother tells him like, "Hey, I'm the hero Ingenium. You know me." And obviously, Koichi's like, "Oh my god, you're the hero. It's nice to meet you and everything." And basically, he kind of it's like, "So how does your quirk work?" Koichi tells him how his quirks work, and he kind of actually gives him some advice to make it work better. And he makes this kind of technique to make him kind of slide faster and everything, and it actually helps him out later on in the episode. But it was cool to kind of get some nice, interesting stuff with Iida's brother and how he likes to be a hero and everything, because this kind of his whole thing of being a hero is saving people as fast as you possibly can and everything, and that's kind of it is. He also does make a mention to actually Iida, where he talks about how Iida was, when he was first learning his quirk, he didn't know how to stop and he bumped into a damn tree.
You are not a robot, man.
So it's kind of cool to get this backstory and this understanding about Iida's brother, right? Mostly because we know Iida's brother got out of commission by fucking early season 2 or mid season 2 because of Hero Killer staying, and everything, right? But you then kind of get like this Fast and Furious like scene where they're chasing after this villain, right? Who legitimately is like on high speed parole, right? And he's like, "You can't catch me! You can't catch me!" And I'm just like, the fuck is going on? This is loser. Now, the first time they actually do fail, right? And Iida's brother crashes, right? But eventually in the second time, it's more of a joint plan operation, right? Also, I forgot to mention, Iida's brother does give Koichi his agency card to say like, "Hey, I think you should join my agency and everything," right? So then you get the second half of the chase scene. What happens in the chase scene this go around?
This time, Ingenium didn't pack any airbags for protection. He just going straight on in and no protection. But this time he brought his allies along, waiting for him at the end and hoping to intercept him. But little did they know, this guy was ready, and he grew some wings and he started flying off. Does this guy have two?
I guess he's a man bat or something.
So he has super speed and flight. Okay.
Now, Ingenium's forces does have one person in the air, but they lost sight of him, and he's again running on the ground. But you just have it to where Koichi, he basically follows the dude, right? Because he's got visuals on him, and obviously, mostly because Iida's brother's having trouble running around in the residential areas. But eventually, what happens is Koichi and the others, they stop this dude, right? And basically, him, Knuckle Duster, and Pop Step, they're just like, "Hey, we took care of the dude. We just want to let you know and help out and give a helping hand." And Ingenium clearly sees like, "You're that kid I saw the other day." And basically, it's funny, they introduce himself. He's like, Knuckle Duster's like, "I'm Knuckle Duster." Koichi's like, "I'm the Crawler." And Pop Step's like, "Well, I'm Pop Step, and I ain't got nothing to do with these fucking lunatics, so don't include me in their bullshit." I love her energy. So,
yeah, it's a very you type of energy.
I know, right?
Oy.
Basically, the episode ends where Koichi or Ingenium runs into Koichi again, and this time he's like, "All right, I just kind of want the card back because I clearly know what you're about. But hey, keep doing you, keep saving people and everything. But don't get yourself in any big time trouble." But that's basically it.
Yeah, you can see Koichi's kind of bummed out about it though.
Yeah, why are you to take it from me? He's like, "Okay, chill, my guy." But again, another solid episode of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Again, and I really like the show. I'm still waiting for the show to like pick up the pace and let's get to this shit, this main arc with this beekeeper lady.
Yeah.
Maybe that will be next week. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it seems like next week it might be a Pop Step and Koichi focused episode.
Yeah, and eventually we'll see if we prefer Vigilantes over the original series. But I don't know. People, because as you said, people say that they prefer this series over the original. We have yet to see it. We have to see it fully yet. So
Yeah, it's just kind of been just establishing these characters and stuff like that. And again, nothing's wrong with that, but like, I'm ready to get to some action.
Hmm.
I'm ready to get some deep, dark storylines here. But there's still characters we see in the open we haven't even fucking seen appear yet in the show right now. So we'll see where it goes. But yeah, but overall, I'm still enjoying it. Can't wait to see more of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here, guys, because I gotta go feed my dog, because I know my mom just rolled in and she's like, "Did you feed your dog?" Anyways, catch you guys in the next video. Leave a subscribe if you want to keep subscribing to the channel and getting more content video and stuff like that. And
subscribe to my channel also. One more subscriber, guys, till I reach 100, and then we'll see if we can even go further beyond that. I'm gonna be rendering this next video after this, so yeah.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or your night or video. Till then, guys, peace.